seeing video there, and I'll know that all is well in
Conspiracy
the
of the
world.
rich.
Cameron, are you really enjoying to be on the show?
Yeah, of course.
You look just terribly bored. No, I'm kidding. Of course he is. Okay, so here's how we're going to give away a copy of Cameron's book. The first person to tell us the name of the person that won the big give, and you have to spell it right, will win Cameron's book. Go.
Yeah, sure. Rub it in.
Yeah.
Give him some extra press.
Okay, well, now I don't want to be on the show.
Okay, the first person to buys it gets an extra copy.
Full name,
Yeah.
and it needs to be correctly spelled.
Jamie Luchak.
Jamie Luchak. No, Jamie won my show. That's wrong show. This is Oprah's Big Give. I know that the next Internet Millionaire was.
Our most important.
What was? Was that it?
We're missing some good questions.
Okay, look.
Stephen Paletta got it. Yeah.
Which one?
Eric Holman's with
Eric,
us. Hey,
yeah.
Eric. How you doing, man?
Nailed it.
Eric won the book.
Nice.
I know your address, Eric. We'll get you. You'll mail a copy,
Nice.
signed copy directly to Eric.
Nice.
Now, if it was Joel's book, he couldn't win because, you know.
Yeah, well, we're too tight. Sorry, Eric, can't win. Okay, and let's see, what time is it? So in a few more minutes, we'll give away Twitter Power. I want to know what Eric Holmlin is up to. Of course, for those of you who don't know Eric was my partner on several large products, Instant Answers templates,
Yep.
and he was the guy who really made this happen. Next Internet Millionaire. Did I ever give you a box set?
I've seen it, but now I don't have a box set.
There you go.
Thank you.
That is officially for you.
Fantastic.
It's a prop, but it's okay.
There's nothing really in there.
Yeah, empty. Yeah.
But Eric was the producer of the Next Internet Millionaire.
Oh, perfect.
And
Cool.
did a great job on it. Really, really proud that we worked on that project. Eric has a story about a certificate swap.
Yeah, that was my last company that I sold.
Oh, Eric.
I would like to hear. So when Cam sold it on eBay, I downloaded a copy of the auction.
Okay.
Type faster,
We
Eric.
listed it on eBay. We
Eric's
sold
a
it
great
outside.
copywriter, too,
Yeah.
so.
And used the format to sell a biz on eBay.
Good.
So
Wife
far,
swap. Yeah.
I love watching Wife Swap. Dan turned me on to Wife Swap.
Oh, yeah.
It's a disaster of
It
a
is.
show, but it's he sold it for $65K.
The business that he using
Used
our
the format to sell a biz on eBay for
Nice.
$65K. Way to go!
Nice.
What's Cameron's take on that?
And now I'm giving you a free book
Yeah.
for knowing the winner, the guy that beat me.
Yeah. What?
Good work,
There
Eric.
is no justice. There is no God. Oh, that's great. I love it. All right, so Eric, we'll get a copy of Cameron's book to you, and I want you to come back out, Eric, and let's do a guest shot on you here sometime. Catch up. I know you went to I think India on a missions trip and probably saw some life-changing things, and would love to hear about that. Is there going to be a new Next Internet Millionaire? There's no plans for it right now. It was a major endeavor. We're doing so many projects here. I mean, between publishing a newsletter that goes out to thousands of people, running our content sites, developing iPhone applications, writing books, speaking engagements, and building off. I mean, there's just so much going on. So, no, neither Joel or Eric are involved in HostGator, although both of us do promote it.
They're an affiliate relationship.
Oh, iPhone apps.
yes.
Speaking of iPhone apps, we can announce our new one. It's officially in
Okay.
the store.
Cool.
I'll tell you what. Would you like to talk about it?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
You don't even know what I'm
We got,
talking. You don't know
four of
which
them,
one's
so
it
which one are you
live.
talking about? Which
We're
one's
working
live?
on iPhone apps for several people.
You know them?
Cameron, pay attention to the question 98720 asked there, and we'll come back and talk
Okay,
about
cool.
it in a minute.
I'm not even making the iPhone app meetings anymore.
It
There's so
is
many things going on.
an app for a major tech site that you may have heard of, Mashable.com.
Yes.
Yep.
Mashable app.
So the Mashable app is officially live in the iTunes App Store for free today. If Pete Cashmore at Mashable has not written about it yet, the blog entry's coming, and this is for fans of Mashable to keep up with all the social media news. All the articles show up as they're posted. The Twitter feed is updated automatically. The social media events calendar is in there, and there's also recommended applications. So
And it's free.
And it's free. So wait till I show you the platform. You're going to want your own app when you
Yeah.
see what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Farts? This is the Mashable app.
The Fartable app.
And,
Oh,
well,
that was a dirty Raoul.
That was the
for me being the only BlackBerry user in the building, BlackBerry's App Store launched today.
Yes,
App
and
World is live.
there is no black fart Yeah, Barry
Well,
Fart.
that's what we need to be working on.
But I think it's a different
Fart
type
Barry.
of
Yeah,
clientele.
yeah, well, yeah.
You know,
Probably, yeah.
although
I
even
don't
though it's
know.
very much for business, there's a lot of men. You know, iFart has been out since December 12th, and today it's still number 39 in all the apps.
Now look at
in-
this.
in
You do
the
a
It's
when you-
world.
incredible.
So when you do a search for Mashable, when you
Congratulations.
do a search for Mashable,
iFart comes up first because we mentioned that we've been in the
mentioned
store
Mashable.
longer.
It's great. Yeah.
And 3.5 stars, so
It's
it's
okay.
nice.
Yeah.
4.5 on Mashable already.
So that there
huge.
was a
Yes.
question I want to ask you. Here it is,
Yeah,
Cameron.
the emotional and psychological.
Yeah, Cameron, what emotional psychological traits do you believe are most important for success, and how do these traits compare with technical skill and or knowledge?
Well, that's a great question because when I started when I was 9, I didn't have any technical skill or knowledge, and even today, I don't know how to build a website. I don't know how to do programming. I don't know any of that. Yet all my businesses have been online. So what I would say is it's all emotional and it's all psychological, but it all centers around being passionate. You know, being whatever it is. And that's why I had 12 companies in 12 years is because I'm ADD on my passion. You know, my passions change. I was growing up, and my passions, you know, change now and are different. So I think you have to be passionate about something, but once you take an idea, you know, first look and see what's out there, and then make something that's better, cheaper, easier, more accessible.
You know,
Whatever.
your passions change over time too. I mean,
Right.
that's why you don't stay with the same thing, because passionate about this for a time, and then you've accomplished a goal, and you're like, all right, let's move on to the next big
And
thing.
someone just said passion is the only thing that'll keep you going when the days are long. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. If it's just WORK, then forget about it.
Right.
Most great entrepreneurs are ADD. That is a good thing. Well,
Yeah.
it's a thing anyway.
And I'm not diagnosed ADD, but I'm sure I am.
Oh, look at the butterfly.
Well, that's
Where
why,
are we?
That's why I moved out here, because I'd have idea after idea. I'd get one started, then I'd have another one. And now I finally have an outlet to my ideas to get them produced. And
Right.
so I can just focus on creating new ideas all the time.
I am
great position.
the place for Dan to vent his ideas.
Yes.
And there's so many. Being young is a big reason for passions changing so often. I don't know about that. My passions, I'm going to be 45. I won't call myself young, and my passions continue to ebb and flow and change, and new interests and new things that I want to do. Cameron, who is your idol, American or otherwise?
Well, I mean, growing up, it was always looked up to successful business people. You know, I mean, I was involved in sports, and I loved watching college sports and pro sports. But to me, I knew that I was not going to be a pro football player, especially football, but
Why not?
anything. I mean, you know, I guess I could have if I wanted.
The
But
Dwarf League.
I decided against
You
it.
could be a superstar.
I would have in the midget league.
That's not politically correct.
Well, it
We
is,
don't call it
actually.
league. We call no.
I like it. So I looked up to Richard Branson, Donald Trump, Michael Dell, Bill Gates. Those were my idols.
Who are those?
They started businesses.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have they been on the show?
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
Well, Dell has.
Yeah.
With a laptop.
Yeah,
He
that's
is
right.
right
You got
now.
the computer right there.
Right.
Since you said you played soccer, this is not a complete question, but Eric's got a question. What's the best way to get media coverage?
Well, first of all, you got to have something that's interesting, but then you have to also.
You have to have your own personal Dan on a stick.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That was easy.
That was easy.
So media coverage for me always centers around whatever the product or services that we launch. So for instance, gift cards were really huge back in 2004. So we launched the first marketplace online for swapping gift certificates. If you had one, you know, that you didn't want, you would sell it for cash at a lesser value. Meanwhile, someone else was happy to save money.
And you take a little piece of that.
And we
action.
took 7.5% on every transaction. So,
Nice. What'd you sell that site for?
well, we raised 10 million in venture capital, and then we sold it instead for undisclosed sum.
A gift card. You get a
Yeah.
I got one $100 Target gift card out of it.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Which school is better? I need to answer this. I went to Virginia Tech, so I like Virginia Tech.
Okay, there's the rest of that question. What's your favorite soccer team?
Well, it would have been my own when I played, but
No,
I'm
no,
not a big fan.
you're
No,
not a
and I'm
fan.
not. I
Okay.
don't follow MLS.
Okay.
I would have to say Arsenal if I went international.
There you go. I have no idea what he's talking about. All right, let's give away a copy of Twitter Power, number 17 of all business books in the world last week on BookScan, waiting for the updated sales
be higher
numbers.
now. Should be higher
And
this week, right?
what's that?
Probably higher this week, right?
I don't know. We're waiting to see. It's been lingering on Amazon just on its own between 200 and 400, and it's just kind of.
Right.
You know,
That's
and
a good linger. That's not easy. People don't appreciate. I mean, I was an author. People don't appreciate how hard that is.
well, when there's millions of titles out there, to have that type of lingering, and the feedback has just been tremendous. Thanks. I saw several people make comments about the book here on the stream, and the tweets. They just keep coming, and I can't even reply to them all, about people who are loving it. So thank you for that. Here's a question, and we'll think about how to give this away. What's the best way to get exposure for a launch? Take your clothes off, right? That's the best way to be
Yeah.
exposed. Really, you don't have
That
anything
was
better
easy.
than that? I'm like, come on, guys,
Probably Oprah.
throw me a bone.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
on
if you write a
Oprah.
book, get on Oprah. No, but what's interesting is that Ellen DeGeneres talking about media attention and Twitter power. She just did this thing. She's on Twitter. She has 500,000 that she hit yesterday or
Yep.
the day before. You should be on Ellen.
Absolutely. So put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Right, do you know her?
No, but I should. I can.
You should.
I'll call her.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Actually, what they're doing right here is probably the best way to get media attention. It's just asking.
It really
Right.
is. It's
Going
you
back
know,
and forth.
there is a lot to what you know, but it really does come down to who you know in a lot of ways. Once you know your stuff, then taking it to the next level is about networking, interacting. That's why I tell people, go to a conference, go to a conference, go to a conference.
Right.
The stuff you're going to learn from the stage is great. Take a lot of notes, absolutely, but spend a lot of time in the hallway and interact and meet people, because people know people, and we are all really so connected.
And for the most part, these people are desperate for interesting new stories. So they're dying to
Exactly.
hear from you. So
No.
And Twitter is hot right now. So how should we give this away? You called. I called it on this one. You asked the question for this one.
How should we give it away?
First one we need an answer.
Right.
So
Do you get
came in last in the big.
Yeah.
Nobody ever remembers the last
Yeah,
place, people.
exactly. They probably can't even find that on the internet.
I think I remember actually.
Well, we already talked about it.
Well, something we haven't talked about.
What kind of question? Something
Anything
we haven't talked about?
Anything trivia that somebody might have to go and do some research really quickly to find the answer, or they might
what,
just.
what football player was the judge on the Big Give?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't even know. What football player was the judge on Oprah's The Big Give? First one to tell us gets a copy of Twitter Power. You have to say it like that, by the way.
Sure, okay.
No, not Artie webcam.
No.
Wow, nobody's jumping out.
Michael Vick. No, one Michael.
Herschel Walker, Warren Moon. I don't know, so
Wow.
I'm not sure who's gonna.
Well, if you watched it, you'd know. I mean,
Yeah, he's a
Dan Marino.
There it is, Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez.
Gary Sorensen.
First one, Gary
Gary
Sorensen was the first one on our screen. Good job, Gary. Chris Harper will send you a direct message to get your mailing address, and I will sign this to you, and we'll send it off to you. Congratulations.
strangely, Tony Gonzalez is trending on Google right now.
You've got Twitter power.
It's just-
Huh?
I said Tony Gonzalez is trending on Google right now.
right now. Sorry.
Because
I was
100
like,
people were just typing
wow,
in
right.
Oprah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's Oprah like?
She's very nice, down to earth in some ways.
In some ways?
Well, I mean,
Is she
she's
alien
honestly-
in other ways?
She's also, I mean, she's very disconnected probably with the real world.
You think?
But she's also, I mean, you know, it's not like she's buying her own coffee or anything like that.
You don't think she goes to Starbucks?
You don't buy your
I've never saw. I don't think she
I
knows how
don't-
to drive. I mean, she had a driver. I mean, I don't. You know,
Right.
she probably has a license, but she's got a lot of cars. But no, she's really nice, really down to earth, very personable. You know, someone that you would like to hang out with, and yeah.
Oh, Oprah, come on my crib. Let's talk.
Opes. Opes for her friends.
Opes.
Yeah.
Have you been back on the show?
I was on the Oprah show after the Big Give, but I haven't been back on since. We're looking at some angles now. I mean, she's got her own TV network launching later this year, so
Okay.
could be some synergies, maybe not.
So you'll hit me up
See.
with her producer so we can
Sure.
have a talk. Because I mean, is she ever going to get on Twitter?
I don't know.
That's the thing. It's time for.
You know, she just got on Facebook week before last. She had Zuckerberg on,
Right.
and she got a few 100,000 fans. But Twitter, she would get a lot.
It's time for her
Right,
to
right.
begin using it. Does she carry a BlackBerry or an iPhone or anything? Do you
I
know?
don't know. I don't think so.
What you were going to say?
Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, the power of Twitter, though, for celebrities, and also for authors. Look at yourself and Tim Ferriss and all these people. When you're doing a book launch or anything else, and you can instantly touch 100,000 plus people.
Well, 37,000 for me, but
Ellen 500,000.
I know,
You know
like
I mean,
that,
it's-
and Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy- right.
See what he did
What did
with
he-
Brian, the cartoonist. So basically, there was a guy in the audience who's a cartoonist, and I don't know if he picked him randomly or what, but he said, "Okay, I want all my followers to follow this guy," and this guy's got as many followers as I have, in 2 weeks,
Wow.
because the influence,
Right.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Power.
And also the
Powerful.
influence of his TV show, so that he
What-
can instantly get.
what-
Ellen got 500,000 overnight.
I know.
Because she has a TV show with 4 million viewers.
I didn't even know that the people who watch her even know,
Know what Twitter is.
Yeah, or have
That
a
shows
computer.
it's mainstream, which means that book's only going to be more mainstream, and the book's timeless. Right now.
You are timeless until they get bought out, which, how long? I think, we've got a year, maybe 2 tops. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I would say a year, but I mean, it depends on what their overall thing is.
And then are they going to keep it the
I mean,
same?
Facebook should have sold out a long time ago.
Absolutely.
And everybody's upset about that, and they're not monetizing it at all.
Oprah producers have called my PR agency several times. Cameron, do you know Carla from Harpo's research department?
She has like 600 employees. Carla.
And they're all named Carla.
Yeah, Carla 37.
Carla, yes.
It doesn't ring a bell. I'd have to see a last name. Why don't you follow anyone on Twitter, Cameron? That's a good question. I should be, so I'm gonna get on that. I haven't.
Well, you're
I'm new
gonna
to Twitter.
read the book,
Right.
And
I have
then
to
you're
learn
gonna-
how to use Twitter first.
and then you're gonna know what to do, and
Right.
you're gonna grow your following massively.
Right.
And
I know. I need to. I want to.
well, especially as you have a new book that you're authoring and a show that
Right.
you're gonna produce the show. Is that the idea?
No. We've got a production company. We've
Okay.
talked to the big ones.
Are you like the executive producer?
Yeah, I'll be like an EP.
That-
I'll be on the show though too.
That'll be the EP.
You've been punked by Obamanomics. That's interesting.
Joel, we're
Well,
watching from
By the way,
Argentina.
This Cosmata guy needs to be banned, by the way, Chris.
I don't have a bang.
No ban hammer today.
This guy's watching me from Argentina. we're gonna say some sad things in a minute, but I just want you to know, don't cry for me, Argentina.
Boy.
Twit.
Sorry.
Twit handle is Cameron Johnson. Just my name.
Just like that. One more contest for Twitter power. They're like, it's $16.72 at Amazon.com.
I
Go.
know.
Here's the link. Support my family and Wiley Publishing, and go buy the book. There it is, right there. Follow me on Twitter, Joel Comm. Dan Nickerson is just as it sounds, Nickerson.
At
And-
Dan Nickerson.
At Dan Nickerson and at Cameron Johnson. Follow us all, and there's the link to the book Twitter Power. So I'll bet you the food is coming in for our big shindig. Love that word, shindig. How'd that come up with? I mean, digging into your shin is not a good thing.
I don't know.
It sounds painful.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's finish up with some words of wisdom and some encouragement, Cameron. If you could just take a couple minutes, and if you were going to tell these folks out there listening, in spite of the way things look in the world, with the opportunity that exists, speak to their hearts.
Oh, what were we talking
Tell yeah,
about? I'm an ADD, remember?
that.
If I can tell them anything.
Tell them anything.
Yeah, well, first would be to log on to Amazon.com and order You Call the Shots. But the second thing is, it's all about passion. And right now, the economy, the sky is falling, all those things. There's never been a better time to start a business than right now, because all the services that you need to use to launch your business, they're all more affordable than ever before. I mean, it's never been easier to get a website. You can do it for free. Domain names are $6 or $7. You can find programmers that are desperate for work that'll work for less money. It's really a great time to be launching a business versus just downsizing. So.
I hear the monkeys warming up in the hallway. They're doing
Karina
their
wants to know if there's
calisthenics.
an affiliate link to Cameron's book.
Go to Amazon.com. Let's find it. Somebody find the link to Cameron's book and put it up there.
Sure.
Because
Grab it off my site
you guys
or off yours.
Actually,
need to go. I mean, this is an inspiring, incredible story. The guy's been an entrepreneur since he was yay tall, and just got a stellar rap sheet.
There you
There it is, of all the things that you've done, and people need to be listening to what you've got to say, because what you've got to say is important. It's
no, thanks.
inspirational. It'll make a difference in people's lives.
Sure.
That's the bottom line.
Thanks.
So, Cameron says, you call the shots. What do we got here? What's your fave Arsenal player?
Well, I'm actually a fan of Arsenal because a friend that I went to high school with played for Arsenal, and he blew his knee out, and now he's a scout. So shout out to Danny Carbassian.
Danny.
Favorite player at Arsenal, now he's a scout in the U.S. for them. So shout out to Danny.
Karina wants to buy an Infomedia monkey. I don't know if you guys can. I'm going to show you. Let me get up and get to the camera so you can see the official Infomedia monkey. It's not just, which camera is it on? The big one. not just a monkey, but it is a monkey with a very specific patch on his back. It is the Infomedia logo, and you can see here it says Infomedia Inc., the business of ideas. And that's the business that we're in. We're all about the ideas, and so much so that, do you know what, Cameron, do you know Dan's title?
No.
Tell him.
Idea?
VP of Ideas.
I like it.
Isn't that a
Yeah,
great title?
It
In
is.
fact, they told me to come up with a slogan for the company, and I said, "How about business of ideas?" And it was like literally like that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's,
What's
yeah.
business of ideas?
It was
That's all we do.
the irony of
That's
it
great.
all.
Yeah.
You know,
Someone just asked, is the book in hardcover or paperback? It's in hardcover, paperback, iTunes, however you want my book, it's available. So if you want audio, get audio, whatever. Sorry, shout out. I just made
Cameron,
37 cents.
have you ever considered speaking gigs overseas, like in Singapore? Well, you probably have, right?
Yeah, I haven't spoken in Singapore, but I've done Australia, UK, Japan, and the book's really big in Taiwan now, so we're scheduling a tour there. But I haven't done Singapore, but it's on the list.
What is the tweet formula that will create viral followers? Bring value. That's it. Everything in relationships in life is about bringing value. Give first, right? These are old proverbs and axioms that you'll hear again and again, spoken different ways throughout all the great civilizations of the world. It's about giving and pouring out. We're not getting paid for this. We're not making money. We're producing a show. We want to bring value. We want to entertain you. We want to educate you. We want to inspire you. And, we worry about monetizing stuff on the back end later. We want to bring the value first. And then if you like what we've got to say, it's like I heard Jim Edwards say this, and I know he ripped it off from somebody else, and now I've ripped it off, and I say it all the time. Like me, know me, trust me, pay me.
Right.
That's the order. You cannot circumvent it. If you go on Twitter and you start telling people that you can, buy something from them, you're going right to pay me. Well, they don't want to pay you if they don't trust you, and they're not going to trust you if they don't know you. And if they don't know you, how can they like you?
Right.
So you got to go.
Right.
Like me, know me, trust me, pay me, and that is the road to succeeding.
Life gives to the givers and takes from the takers.
Rolling Stone gathers no pennies.
Yeah. Keep going.
Wait, I'm mixing my
yeah,
my metaphors or something. All right, with that, I believe what time it is. It's time to go. So, guys, if you want to stick around, I am going to be firing up my camera on my iPhone and doing some live streaming from the Flying Monkey Office Olympics as I'm able. No promises how much that's going to happen, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen over the next 2 hours. We're going to eat first, get together, prep our monkeys, talk about the rules. We got to prep the monkeys. Everybody's got to label their monkey. And yeah, we've recorded this whole thing, Carol, so replays available. And thanks for joining us. Cameron Johnson, thank you for being a
Joel.
guest, man,
Thank
coming
you.
all the way
Thank
out
you,
here.
Dan. Yep.
Appreciate it. You guys, will catch up with you later. Every week, the show is live right here from our studios, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Joel Comm live, new guests coming, new good stuff coming your way. So you guys go out there now and you do good stuff. We'll see you next week, next time. We'll see you. See ya. And we're out.
Bye, Cosmata. Make sure you check out infotravelromania.ru.